Etta Cox. It is so good to see you.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
I'm a jazz vocalist. Primarily, people know me in this town as a jazz vocalist, but I've been here many, many years, and so I've done a number of things. I'm not from Pittsburgh.
Where are you from originally?
St. Joseph, Missouri.
What brought you here?
An ex-husband.
Oh.
It has turned out to be the highlight of my life being here, and I love Pittsburgh. I said, if I'm coming to Pittsburgh, I want to sing. And he said, okay. So I found this band, and they play jazz. So I went, jazz? I don't sing jazz. He said, oh. So, but the band that he found was the Al Dow Band. And I didn't know any jazz artist. I had never listened to Ella Fitzgerald or Sarah Vaughan, or didn't know who Miles Davis was. I mean, I was a real novice as far. And I remember Al saying, "Do you ever listen to Nancy Wilson?" And I said, no. So he put on this record of Nancy Wilson, and she was singing a song called "Guess Who I Saw Today." And at the end, she goes, "I saw you," and I was like, "Oh, it just blew my mind." I said, "Oh, I just love this," you know. And so I got all of her, and started memorizing all of her songs.
It didn't take long. Then.
No. There was a freedom in jazz that I had never experienced before, even doing Broadway show tunes or doing classical music. That freedom was just like, well, this note may sound wrong, but it really isn't, you know.
So, I mean, do you still go back to singing show tunes, Broadway?
Occasionally, especially, I do a lot of duo work and trio work also. And I never bring any music with me. I never bring any charts. And so I said, you know, you'll make my night go really fast. I'll ask for requests. And if I know it, I do it.
And, you know, we should mention that the room that we're in right now, this is the presidential suite of the Omni William Penn. We should just told him it was your house, you know.
I should. My baby grand.
But the secret's out. And actually, you performed in this hotel for New Year's Eve. You were the headliner.
Yes, in the Palm Court. It's a great hotel. I sang in the lobby for, gosh, what, 2 years? And Skip Peck was playing for me, and I was singing Misty. And I have my contacts in, but I can't see across the room. Most of the time when I'm singing, I don't wear contacts because I don't want to see anybody's face. But I looked across the room, and there was a man standing there, and he gave me afterwards like a thumbs up. It was Johnny Mathis.
Get out of here.
Yes, he was staying in the hotel, and I was singing Misty. I'm like, oh my God, if I had known.
Do you get stage fright?
I did. The larger the stage, the larger the venue, the better off I am. Heinz Hall, no problem. Small clubs, people are a little too close up on you. If you
That's
open your
interesting
mouth.
To hear.
But the large stage, yeah, I'm very, very comfortable. We opened for Ray Charles years ago.
Wow.
And I remember at Heinz Hall, and the band guys, they were like, well, Ray Charles, they were like a little nervous. And they said, you don't seem to be nervous. I said, no, because I had done Civic Light Opera there for 4 or 5 years, and so I knew the stage. But I said, the minute you walk out, that light's in your face, you can't see anybody. It's great.
The people that you have worked with, that you have sung with, I mean, Pittsburgh's got so much history as it is, but the musical history of this city.
It's incredible. And the sad thing about it is that we don't have our own jazz museum here to recognize all the great people that have come through here, that are still coming through here, because we have a crop of young people right now that are incredible, that are the best musicians and vocalists, and, you know, just getting their names out there. They're right now, you know, learning the trade or whatever, but they're so good. There's so many, there are not a lot of venues for you to play, like clubs. They're coming back, or sometimes with jazz, we're almost like an afterthought. I hate to say that. They'll open up a really nice restaurant and they go, let's put some music in. And so as jazz musicians, we can play in the tiniest spaces, you know, we have, but the camaraderie amongst the musicians, we all know one another, we respect one another, and that's, for me, that's the beauty of it.
So what's playing in your car when you're driving down the Parkway?
You want the truth?
Yes, I do.
Nothing.
Oh.
I very seldom listen to the radio. I very seldom sing. But when I'm at home, sometimes if I'm about to do a project or something like that, then I'll be listening to that on the radio. But I very seldom listen.
Now, what does it take for a voice to really turn your head when you hear it?
Sincerity, and not just trying to be a crowd pleaser, singing from your heart, you know, and it doesn't have to be the best voice out there. I don't have the best voice out there, but it's just, I believe you. I'm a pretty straightforward, very straight-laced person, but I do like to have fun, and I love to laugh, and prankster, you know, youngest in my family. It's only two of us, and so. The first film I did was A Silent Witness with Valerie Bertinelli, and I played a detective. And because she had to be a very harsh, I had this scene with Valerie in the ladies' room. I remember trying to film it. There were people standing on the toilets, and they said, "We want you to be so angry with her till you're like in tears." I said, "No problem. I can cry in a heartbeat." So we did this
wow.
together. Then I did another one, Bump in the Night, with Christopher Reeves, who played Superman.
Bump in the night or bumpin' in the night?
Bump.
Okay.
Bump. B-U-M-P. Bump in the night. And John Savage was also in the one with Valerie. The only movie that I have ever sung in was Cemetery Club with Danny Aiello.
Yeah,
and Olivia
that's right. That was
Dukakis.
done here too, and all these films were Pittsburgh films. Did you ever imagine on the road to Pittsburgh before you moved here that this all lie ahead in your future?
No, I felt that I would come here, and I said I wanted to sing, but I figured I'd maybe get a singing gig or something. But I was primarily going to teach.
Who would play Etta Cox in the Etta Cox story?
Oh, somebody good like Kerry Washington.
Well, yeah,
but she's the hottest thing out right now, you know.
You can ask for that. Hey, it's. I can't make any promises. I'm just saying, who would, if you had your
I don't know
way?
if she sings or not, but I just think she's just a cool actress.
You know, structurally, film probably is the furthest thing from jazz, because the way you described it, it's all that, you know, retake and hurry up and wait, whereas jazz, just let it happen.
You just do your thing.
So that's interesting that you straddle both worlds.
Yeah, it's like this, I turn nothing down. I don't want to look back in my life with regrets and say I coulda, woulda, shoulda.
I see your name everywhere. You get a lot of work, and you work hard. You are working all the time.
Not as much as, you know.
Well, you give that impression. I'd go with that.
Hey,
right.
Get your name out there. Well, I do a lot of different things. We've been with Gateway to the Arts.
Oh, yes, of course.
For 28 years.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And so we do, it's called A Vocal Journey in African American Music, and we've seen over 1 million kids over those years. There are restaurants. I love to eat out.
Let's talk restaurants in Pittsburgh.
I love to eat out. And I'd love to go to Atria's PNC Park. Johnny Angel. That's his place. You know, that's his Atria's.
Yeah, they've been around a long time.
Yeah, but that was
I forget that.
First with, and they have the best ribs. I'll tell you.
Atria's?
Yes.
I wouldn't have known
PNC.
That one, that location.
Yeah, the other ones I can't speak for, but PNC is the best ribs. And I go there, and their meatloaf is it's really good too. If I need a meat fix, I go over there.
I'm learning secrets here. I never knew this.
They have great ribs, and they have a smoker there, and they fall off the bone. They're so good. Ooh, I'm hungry.
Yeah, what are you doing after this interview? Let's go get some ribs.
I like Kettle One Martini. Just wave the vermouth over it.
Yes, thank you. All right.
Because it just makes it.
Well, we're going to be pals for a long time. Pittsburgh Jazz Baby. What is a jazz baby? Is that...
Well, I'm not a baby, so...
Yeah.
It has to just kind of flow. So
We got a little sample of scat there.
I remember when Marsalis came in, we have pictures we took with him and everything. And
The night you first scatted.
yeah, it was about that same night.
Scatted, would that be the past tense of scat?
Let's make it that.
All right, good. I'm going to see Cher in April.
Who are you?
Yeah,
I love Cher.
I do.
Yeah, love Cher.
So I know you've got some great stories about some celebs.
To tell?
Yeah.
What he did with these songs, we do songs like Filthy McNasty by Horace Silver.
Ballet to Filthy
Yes,
McNasty.
McNasty.
Well, I'll be there. I've got to see this. Like Ride the Incline if you've never been on the
I knew you were
Incline
going
or
to say
something.
that.
Really? You knew I was going to say
yeah,
the Incline.
I knew you were going to say that. And, I did it one time. I'm done with that. Yeah.
It's kind of like Anti-Mame.
Yeah, you know, I was watching that movie the other day, and that's me.
That is my all-time favorite film.
Yeah, with Rosalind Russell.
Rosalind Russell, yes. Not the musical with Lucy. God bless her, she was trying.